Want to bet?
Yep.
Then get into the action at Sports Interaction. Whatever your sport, Sports Interaction has you covered. Bet pregame, in-game, or on one of the many unique prop bets. Head to sportsinteraction.com/SDPN. Thank you. Or in Ontario, download the app now using our QR code at the bottom of the screen. 19 plus, please play responsibly.
Leafs got Lafferty
Yo, what?
and Jake McCabe.
What?
Like right now?
In the same deal? Obviously.
I've for a
I
while
called
now.
this a month ago.
For a while now, I've had notifications for the Leafs PR. So whenever there's a trade, Rick, get it right away. And I just got one. And we're gonna play a little game. And it's gonna be, what did the Leafs give up to get Jake McCabe, Sam Lafferty, a conditional 5th, and a conditional 5th?
Okay. Here's what I got. I think they made Chicago retain
On McCabe, Lafferty, or both?
McCabe.
They both have. So
Lafferty's
Lafferty,
$1.5 million, right?
1.25?
Some
Lafferty? 1.5 or 1.25?
Do you need this information to answer the
No,
question?
I guess not.
Okay.
I want to say he has 1 year left and McCabe has 2.
Mm-hmm.
So McCabe at half retained would be
This year and next.
$2 million.
Yeah. And that for sure was going to cost a first round pick. We know that. So that's their 2025 pick. So that's what I think is number one.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they gave up Matthew Nyes. Chicago wants him. I know that. He was almost in the deal last year.
I'm really hoping they didn't give up Matthew Nyes. I'm thinking,
Niemela?
though, I'm thinking they had to give up something off the roster.
Well, to make the salaries work, I wonder if... Okay, so like you could do... I mean, they buried Jordy Ben and Joey Anderson, so you don't have to worry about
We're
that.
guessing here, right? Okay.
It's so interesting because everybody at home has already seen it. Like it's been...
Yeah.
It's the afternoon right now.
So-
Everybody knows what the deal is.
So you need to... Because Jordy Ben and Joey Anderson no longer on the roster, right? They're buried, those contracts.
Right.
I
mean, they could be involved in the deal, but I don't know.
But if you're moving money off the roster, to me, the two that make the most sense are actually Zach Aston Reese.
Oh,
And-
I kind of like him as a playoff guy, though.
Yeah, I do too. Okay, 3 guys. Obviously, Kerfoot's name comes to mind as a UFA,
Yeah.
but I don't think they would do that. I think they think he's extremely
I think
useful.
they like him a lot.
He's a good... Hey, man, what a bonus to have him on a 4th line. Justin Hall is a name that comes to mind.
They drafted him.
Yeah, and would get a lot of ice time and be valuable to to Chicago and probably resign there.
But playoff Hall.
Shut up.
Playoff Hall, you mean the guy that got the penalty that stopped John Tavares' goal last year?
Guys, playoff Hall.
I think
can't do anything without him.
I think Rasmus Sandin's in this deal.
No.
What is submit? Everybody at home knows what the deal is. Submit it. Submit what you
Submit your
think
deal.
was.
Okay.
What is it? Submit it.
Do the Leafs? I think the Leafs' next available first rounders 2025.
Yeah.
Or do they have a
25? It's the 25.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so that's in there. Basically, any first or second they have remaining are gone.
Submit your deal.
Submit it.
The conditional picks are based on Leafs playoff performance, which is hilarious for Chicago. I'm going to say Sandin. I think Kampf might be in there.
No.
Yeah.
So what is your submission?
No.
And a bunch of first and seconds.
You think they get rid of Kampf?
So your official
don't know.
submission is Sandin, Camp, a first and a second.
Something like that.
No,
Okay.
I want an answer, not a general.
And is there any salary retained? You have
And
to say that.
Roni Hirvonen.
Okay, those 5 pieces.
No. Is Nick Robertson in this deal?
That I could see.
Nick Robertson instead of Hirvonen.
Okay, Adam.
Okay. All right. So I think that they made the Blackhawks retain salary on McCabe because Lafferty's a UFA at the end of the year, right?
No, he's got at least a year left.
Okay. I think, on McCabe's deal, I think they would go for that because they want to maximize the salary. So that's a first round pick right there. I said Niemela, but I like Roni Hirvonen or Nick Robertson better. So you said Nick Robertson, right?
I think it's going to be Nick.
So I'll say Nick. And we're talking about roster players. I think Justin Hall's a part of this. And that's certainly not nearly enough. There's got to be a second round pick in there. The Leafs got 2 5th rounders back conditionally.
Yeah.
Picks are so difficult to predict because
You don't know how people value them.
Yeah.
well, I
it's
also don't know what they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
They
we
have
can't
so
pull up
little.
cap. We're not allowed to pull up cap friendly.
They have so little.
So, but you know, it's okay. Whatever. So I'll say a first, a second, Hall, Robertson. Oof. First, a second. Yeah, that's what I would say.
All I saw was that the deal was big. I didn't see any.
a lot of moving pieces.
Okay, here we go.
How many?
I
Are
think
we- how
8
close-
pieces in total?
Oh,
8?
shit. Okay, how
Yeah.
close are we?
Not really.
All right.
Yeah. The first and second, you were on the right path there. But the players involved, you weren't right. The Toronto Maple Leafs announced today that the hockey club has acquired defenseman Jake McCabe, forward Sam Lafferty, a conditional 5th-round selection in 2024, and a conditional 5th-round selection in 2025 from the Chicago Blackhawks in exchange for forwards Joey Anderson and Pavel Gugolev,
Oh, okay. Okay.
a conditional 1st-round selection in 2025.
Is that if they make the second round?
top 10 protected,
Oh,
good,
boy.
good,
and
good.
a 2nd-round selection in 2026. The Blackhawks will retain 50% of McCabe's salary
That's it?
as part of the transaction.
That's a fucking
That
heist.
is it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo. Okay. I am sad about Joey Anderson.
Yeah.
Yo. I was talking about like Sandin and Robertson. That is a goddamn heist. That is okay. So yeah, McCabe 50% retained. Lafferty's not. That's fine. A conditional 1st rounder in 2025, so it's top 10 protected. Do you have the condition?
It's top 10.
Just that?
Yeah. So,
2nd round pick in 2026. I didn't even know they were allowed to trade.
yeah.
Joey Anderson, Chicago Blackhawks fans, the Leafs got him straight up for Andreas Janssen from the Devils. He's actually given the Leafs some really good games this year, but especially if you're going to be acquiring Lafferty, there's just not a roster spot for him. You're going to get a good, young, hungry player. I think he'll be a good bottom 6 guy for you as you rebuild. Pavel Gogolev, by the way, that is a contract. Throwing that out the window.
I'm really surprised that it's that. So here's what I'm getting. Okay, here's what I'm thinking when I look at a trade like this, and when I look at Timo Meier. You look at what happened last week. Things hit a fever pitch in terms of value. Gavrikov was going to go to Boston for a 1st and a 3rd, and then Washington stepped up and said, "Actually, we're going to trade people now." And Boston said, "Okay, we'll take what you have." What an amazing package, guys. This proves it. Prices fell this weekend. Prices fell big time. You look at the return for Meier, who was supposed to get your top pick and a 1st overall, right?
Yeah.
Or a 1st rounder.
Yeah.
They didn't get that. And you look at this. This is like, I mean, they got them to retain Jake McCabe's 50% as well. Like, it's just a protected 1st. That's amazing.
You're having Jake McCabe for the price of Justin Hall this season, next season, and the season after, without giving up Justin Hall. They didn't give up anyone off their roster.
Nope.
That's
single player.
amazing.
That's incredible. So you're only pushing down. The only thing that they don't answer is the 2025 1st round pick. So it's top 10 protected. Let's say the Leafs fall off a cliff and, a bunch of injuries, whatever, they missed the playoffs. The pick ends up being 3rd overall, but it's protected. What then happens to that pick?
It probably just bumps to the next year where it's unprotected.
Then it'll be unprotected.
2026. Wow.
That's
is
usually how those conditions.
You
that
can
is
also-
sparse on the cap friendly page.
But you have to go for it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You have to do it.
Dude, that's a even if they don't succeed this year, which I fucking hope they do, but both of those players will be on the team next year.
Cap Friendly hasn't even updated yet.
Or dealt. Wow, that's surprising because cap friendly's usually like crazy on it.
Well, they're probably
It's
waiting on some conditions or
It's
something.
a busy time of the year. Yeah.
Well, the Leafs just announced it.
I know, but I think they're. Listen, man, those guys work so
I know.
freaking hard.
People have
yeah.
lives. People have
Yeah.
jobs.
Yeah.
yeah.
And the Leafs have a ton of money coming off the books this year, too. I didn't realize. A ton of money.
The Blackhawks, I'm telling you,
That's before the Leafs trade.
this is without the Leafs picks. Kyle Davidson, to his credit, has done a fantastic job tearing down the team. We don't know how they're going to do building it back up, but the tear down has been absolutely fantastic.
They have a 1st and a 2 firsts this year, 2 firsts the next, 3 seconds this year, 2 seconds the next, 2/3 this year, 2/3 the next. But then the Leafs gave up.
A first and a second.
They're
You're
going to
not
have
counting.
2 first-round picks
Yeah.
for the next 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Wow. And
they haven't even traded Kane yet. Not that return will be crazy.
Wow.
7 second-round picks in 3 years.
Good for them.
Wow.
Good for them. That's how you do it.
I mean, you got to hit.
You do, and you have to
Yes,
trust your scouts.
that's the thing.
But
Yeah.
Chicago did draft well before. They got Taze and Kane.
Yeah, and Doc and Hagel. And I don't know why they got rid of them.
They found Panarin. DeBrincat. Yeah. I say, by the way,
That one still
it's
pisses
not
me off.
updated yet, but
shit.
deadline cap space for the Leafs as of before this trade was $5.17 million, according to Cap Friendly. Now, I'm not sure how much of that changes with Matt Murray coming back. Obviously, this has to work with that. But you wonder what that leaves them with, because it's $2 million plus Sam Lafferty at whatever he's making. It's interesting.
Lafferty's 1.15.
Oh man, that's
Oh.
a variable deal too.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the
Yeah, you're right.
Jake McCabe's 50%. So $2 million. I didn't realize it was a 3 years. It's 2 more after this. Is 3 years left on the deal.
Yeah.
On
He's going to be
McCabe?
a Leaf for a while, man.
Yeah, unless they move him.
So the reason I thought
Wow.
I thought I was there, I thought there had to be a roster player involved with this because of the cap space. So
That's what we've been hearing. The next move had to include a roster player.
I mean, a big issue with the NHL is no one really knows the rules. Like, dude, the average fan does not understand how it works. I don't
it's so hard to
even.
understand.
I second guess myself on almost everything. I gotta say, as a Leaf fan, holy shit! How did Dubas get O'Reilly, Achari, McCabe, and Lafferty without giving up a prospect of significance? The biggest prospect he gave up was Mikhail Abramov.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked.
You
He
know
got 4 players.
You know what's even more fucked? His
What?
contract expires in like 4 months.
Oh, Dubas? I know. Holy shit.
He's the UFA we got to worry about. Spectacular.
I mean, if they are not able to get over the hump, I mean,
I don't know what else you can do. Hey,
What?
can you let's not think about that. Can you just tweet out that we are currently recording so that people know? I'm getting fucking inundated with tweets from people like, did you guys already wrap? Did you guys already wrap?
tweeting, we are recording. Shut up. Ah.
So Nick Barden from Leafs Nation tweeted this out. Here's a potential Leafs lineup. Okay. Let's just say it's based on last night because they switched Marner Nylander.
And we were talking about who the hell's going to play with O'Reilly.
Bunting, Matthews, Marner,
Yeah.
Tavares, O'Reilly, Nylander, Engvall, Kampf, Yarncroke, Kerfoot, Achari, Lafferty.
Sorry, say that third line again.
Engvall, Kampf, Yarncroke,
Yeah.
and then Kerfoot, Achari, Lafferty.
There's no way that's
why
going to
is
stay that way.
Kerfoot on your fourth line?
Well, because I don't know, because he's played well with Achari. I think they've they've scored together a couple times.
I said they're not good enough on the wings to do the 1-2-3. Now they might be.
And then on the defense, and I think you'll like this even better, Riley Brody, McCabe Lilligren, and then Gio with Haller Sandin.
Holy shit. God damn.
Better win around.
I wonder if he plays with Riley.
I wonder that too. Can he switch? Is he a switch guy?
He's a switch guy.
Because he's left shot.
Yeah.
He's listed as a switch guy. I don't know enough about him,
Okay.
to be honest. Just yet.
Shit.
Wow.
That's crazy. Hey,
Wow.
something broke during the show. Hey,
Can't
all
say
right.
nothing happened.
It's the first time. You know what? That's Kyle Dubas throwing us a bone, but he's definitely listening. And
Every day.
We got 2. That's 2. We're 2 for 2
What?
on the predicting Leafs trades.
you nailed. Yeah, you
I
nailed
got
it,
Ryan
Riley.
O'Reilly. You got Jake and Sam.
Dude, I had that a while
Yeah,
ago, but
no,
I
we're
thought
2
that
for
was going to
2.
be the only thing.
Yeah, Adam. Here it is. What's the next one?
The next one, guys.
So we got the 2 of us got one. What are you?
I think the Edmonton Oilers.
No, it's
No,
Leafs.
Leafs.
Leafs. Oh, it'll become this. It'll be this summer.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think they're making a
it
trade
done.
unless
Shen?
Shen. Well, do you think they go out and get Shen?
Shen McCabe?
They don't need Shen now.
Shen
right?
McCabe. Wasn't
Shut
it
up.
Shen McCabe before
I don't
years
need
ago?
your opinion.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think. I mean, could they upgrade at the goaltender position? Maybe, but I don't think they got the room.
You know
And
what's wild? I think they could afford Shen.
at half retained, they could at $400,000. Sure.
I think they could.
Yeah.
Is that?
I think
Yeah,
they could.
no, that's part of the deal is that if Shen, because he's making like 786 or something.
Yeah, can you retain and his salary be less than league min?
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They don't have assets that they can get rid of.
I mean, but I think prices fell this weekend. I think Chicago was like, all right, let's pull the deal. Let's pull the trigger. Let's go.
Drafting and scouting is so damn important. And that might be concerning to you as a Leaf fan because you're like, Steve, they just got rid of all their picks. Not all of them. They've had a number of mid and late round picks hit
Yep.
in recent memory. Now, we don't know that they all hit. Like, there's a bunch of guys we're confident they hit. But like Topi Niemela, for example, like this is a really small guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, he's doing well in Finland. He's actually not doing quite as well this year. Hirvonen, excited for that guy. Pontus Holmberg, excited for that guy. Nikita Grabenkin, excited for that guy. Robertson, if he could ever fucking stay healthy, excited for that guy. Rodion Amirov is a complete wild card. Fraser Minton is looking like an unreal pick. Matthew Nyes is looking like an unreal pick. Ty Voigt, they nailed. Ryan Verberg, they nailed. They have an abundance of darts.
Yep.
Darts that they're aware of, right? Darts that are not mystery boxes because they're not draft picks.
Right.
They got their guys and they're hoping, I mean, if 2 or 3 of those guys that I just mentioned hit.
But to throw that into what we were talking about with San Jose, I think that's what Sharks fans are so mad about. Is that, okay, you got us some lottery tickets, that's nice, but you said we weren't going to do this. You said we were doing a quick turnaround. And to do that, we need to have semi-developed prospects. Now, they did get one, but it's sort of like, you know, there's a guy, he's still playing in Russia. How would he even get here? You know what I mean? Like they have to fly him through Dubai to get him to North America. I think that is the difference, right? Is the Leafs have prospects that they're extremely comfortable with, that they really like. And they got through the trade deadline. I'm assuming they don't make another deal. If they do, so be it. But they get through the trade deadline without giving out a roster player or a top prospect is amazing.
Top prospect. They didn't even give up a mid prospect. One. They gave up Mikhail Abramov. They didn't even give up. Like, I thought Mikko Kokkonen was as good as gone.
Right. Is Joey Anderson a regular NHL player one day?
I think he is already.
Yeah.
I think he's
the Leafs are just deep.
I think he's playing in Chicago the rest of the year, every game. He's a good player.
Oh yeah. He should be in that lineup.
There's a reason Dubas it was like a couple years ago. The Leafs they traded for and then tried to keep Evan Rodriguez. Like Dubas is really good at finding some guys that are like gem type players. There's a reason they believed in Barabanov. Look at what he's done in San Jose. There's a reason they believed in Rodriguez, who went and signed in Pittsburgh and has done amazing. You know, I think that Joey Anderson's another one of those guys. He's got the speed, and the Blackhawks are just thin, man.
Good penalty differential. Really good at drawing calls, like especially for a guy who doesn't really even play that much. Kills penalties. I think he plays on the power play in the minors. What could end up being a cool story by season's end is Pavel Gogolev, who was I believe a junior free agency signing out of Guelph. Earned himself an NHL contract by being really good for a terrible Marlies team in the COVID shortened year. It hasn't worked out for him. He hasn't been able to get into the Marlies lineup. They sent him to the ECHL with Newfoundland, where he's been playing most of the year and scoring pretty well. And he could play in the E, the A, and the NHL by the end of the year.
All in 1 year. That's kind of cool.
It wouldn't shock me. I mean, Chicago's going to have no one left. Holy.
And here's